Hey troops, welcome to Dit Commando. My name's Ryan and I'm a former Royal Marines Commando from Britain, and today we're going to react to an inside look of the Coastguard Bootcamp in Cape May. So it's an American video, guys, American military, so to speak, so I'm looking forward to reacting to this one. What I'm going to be doing is testing a few things out, guys. First thing I'm going to test out is shortening down my introduction videos, like, drastically, okay? So I want to shorten down the introductions and just get straight into the reactions, guys, all right? So thank you to the members, and if you want to become a member, join, press the join button, and all of my other links is in the description, guys. I hope you like this one, especially if you're from America or that way on. Hopefully we can get a few more subscribers from that area, guys. But let's just get straight into it, troops. Enjoy.
Cape May welcomes you to Coastguard Bootcamp. Not exactly a vacation at the beach.
So the first thing I've noticed in the opening scene is a lot of shouting. All right, a lot of fast shouting, aggression kind of thing. That's quite a U.S. Marine kind of tactic, you know, in training. They really do drill it into you guys. So maybe the Coast Guard have got that same level of discipline, troops. I hope we'll find out in this one.
Perched on a peninsula just east of the Lobster House restaurant and fleet of commercial fishing boats on the harbor stands Training Center Cape May. This is where young men and women are transformed into Coast Guardsmen.
Come advance on the right!
Right, okay, so that kind of training looks really military-like. It's not the case in Great Britain. Okay, our Coast Guard don't go through nothing like that. Okay, nothing like that at all. It's yeah, this looks really formed. It looks really disciplined. It looks very much like a military structure to it, guys. All right, nothing like Great Britain.
Every enlisted recruit to this branch of the military from across the United States experience an intense 8-week basic training. In other words, you're not in the Coast Guard until you've passed through Cape May.
Recruit Dockenbaugh, Upper Sandusky, Ohio.
Recruit Olson, Zephyr Hills, Florida.
Recruit Glenn, Overland Park, Kansas.
Recruit Chatfield, Healy, Alaska.
Seaman Recruit Wilford, Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Seaman Recruit Mantilla, Mobile, Alabama.
Our core duties are search and rescue, law enforcement, and national defense. But we do a lot of other things, so aids to navigation, environmental protection. We actually have 11 different statutory missions that we perform.
Recruits are in their second day of the program. It begins here at the medical clinic, where all health issues and vaccines are addressed.
All right, go ahead and take the pills. Yeah, that's definitely how the military does it. More specifically, the U.S. military, they do things in bulk. Okay, that's how everything's done in massive bulk, even down to taking your medical pills. You'll do it in bulk, all right, all together. It's really orchestrated. Some might say it's micromanaged that way, but you know, they're not teaching people to be individuals. They're teaching people to be team players. Okay, it's a really big emphasis on the team in most militaries. Most military outfits in America, all right? It's how they do things, and you know, history has just shown that it's worked, and it works really well.
You're all set. Grab some gauze and a bandage anyway. Yes, sir.
Much of the instruction happens in the classroom, but there's also practical training, hands-on experiences, including the firefighter school. Here, they're preparing to experience and fight a simulated fire.
Fire! Put your boots on! Sense of urgency, imagine your cutter's on fire!
It's not a real fire, there's no heat involved, but we try to replicate the environment as best we possibly can using smoke machines and other things that would disorient somebody normally in those types of scenarios. Reduce lighting.
So this is something that I actually did in the Royal Marines. The Royal Marines Commandos is a bit like the U.S. Navy SEALs in the sense of we are a part of the Navy. Okay, so in my case, the Royal Navy. And believe it or not, guys, you do a lot of firefighting training and potentially a lot of firefighting when you're at sea. it's a bit ironic. You're at sea surrounded by water, and you know you've got a high chance of fires breaking out. But it's a really important skill to be able to maintain. All right, it's really, really important, especially if you're in a wartime situation or a conflict of some sort, or you know you're raiding somewhere and the munition pile goes up and there's fire and stuff. It's a really important skill set to have, and they do practice it all the time, guys. It's really, really important. So this I'm familiar with. If you're familiar with this type of training, or if you've done this type of training, let me know in the comments, guys.
All that kind of stuff.
From fire to water. Second week recruits are required to swim 100 meters in front crawl, breaststroke, or side stroke, and be able to tread water for 5 minutes to pass this part of the training.
All right, so that's pretty good. It's not Marine standard, but it doesn't need to be. However, it's better than, hear me out here, listen to this one. The Royal Navy at current does not have a swim test annually. They do not have an annual swim test anymore. Now, you'd like to think, surrounded by water, that would be an actual requirement. Believe it or not, our Army has a requirement to pass a swim test on a yearly basis, but the Royal Navy doesn't. The Royal Marines do. They do a battle swim test every single year, and it's pretty easy if you're a good swimmer and you've passed it before. But to the average person who isn't a good swimmer, who isn't a Marine, you know, they're going to find it quite difficult. So this stuff is really important, guys, and it should never, ever be missed out, all right? I think it should be in all waterborne job roles, okay, including the Royal Navy. So it's good to see that the Coast Guard are doing it as well, guys.
Some won't make it. In fact, 1 in 5 that come to Cape May will not graduate.
Sometimes we send people home because they don't meet our standards, either for physical fitness or for a knowledge or skills-based issue. And occasionally folks ask to disenroll. Very often they express that they're overawed by the job and the responsibility of it, and it's more than they expected.
Responsibility and discipline. And that carries into every aspect of this program, from marching, how they stow their packs, and the precision in the way they enter the mess hall. But you might think that chow time would be a break for the recruits. It's not.
I can't hear you! Get out right now! Not right now! Battalion officers, lieutenant, junior grade,
coming out of the galley is one of the most intense parts of recruit training. It's where they put the most pressure on you, and it's where they're screaming at you the most. They scream at you the most in the times you would feel comfort.
It's nice to see some familiar words as well. The galley. The only part of the British military that uses that terminology is the Royal Marines and the Royal Navy, guys. Okay, so it's nice to see that terminology being used in America as well. There's similarities amongst us, guys, and it's nice.
Another trucker for trying to get around Sandstone when he was talking to me!
Of course, like any branch of the military, the Coast Guard puts immense pressure on these young people. This is in the form of physical exertion and largely mental challenges. The idea is to prepare them for high-pressure, real-world situations that may determine life or death. It may seem cruel, but company commanders insist it's for a good reason.
It just gets them geared up mentally under stress. If they can't operate under stressful conditions, they're not going to serve the purpose that needs to be served out in the fleet.
I agree with that, guys, okay? I think it needs to be mentally robust and physically robust, and guess what? If you're a bit of a snowflake, you're not going to like this type of stuff. And unfortunately, in today's society, you know, the way things are going with jobs, school, education, liberties and all of that kind of thing, and our freedoms, we are producing a lot more snowflakes in society who won't like this, so you'll get a higher dropout rate. And training, as a result, probably has got easier over time as a result of that. I certainly noticed a difference in the British military and how we train people, you know. The Royal Marines, for instance, is 36 weeks now. It was 32. They added 4 weeks on to because more people were dropping out, simply because they're not as robust as they used to be, you know. And it's one of those things, guys. I agree with the way they do their training. It has to be robust for a reason, you know. it ain't the Boy Scouts, it's the Coast Guard, and it's going to be hard, so expect it to be. And yeah, I like that, guys. I like that.
We never get calls on good days. We don't get calls in good weather. And I tell you what, if there's anyone that should be able to get underway and drive that ship up a ticks behind in a hailstorm backwards, like, the Coast Guard should have that. You can't operate under stressful conditions. This probably isn't the path you need to go. And this system really weeds that out.
When you get here, they kind of break your confidence down, just kind of show your vulnerabilities, but then they bring it back up. And, you know, in general, it is not, I mean, it's not a wonderful time while you're here. It's not supposed to be, but I can already feel myself, I guess, becoming better and, like, growing as a person.
It's different than what I've expected. I had friends who were prior military who told me what to prepare for boot camp. You're gonna get yelled at a lot, singled out, have to know a lot of things.
Big picture is if you can operate as a team, like, you're never going to be alone out in the fleet. So as long as you can.
There you go. There's that magic word again, team. And that's the reason that this is happening, guys, okay? And yeah, you got to be able to work effectively as a team, especially when you're at ship, at sea, guys, all right? I've seen it, how it works, been in the Royal Marines, you know, been on ship for, 3, 4, 5, 6 months at a time. You've got to work together as a team effectively all the time. Otherwise, everything drops down, guys, all right? It's massively important.
You can operate as a team under a stressful condition. You'll.
It's the night before graduation for Tango Company 194. A chance to relax a bit and poke fun at shipmates and company commanders.
The award of excellence for most likely to eat leaves off of a tree, awarded to Seaman Recruit Patrick. He was already standing up.
So, as you walk out, be proud. You are a part of America's, the world's greatest Coast Guard. The world's greatest Coast Guard.
Finally, graduation day.
I've got to say, for a start, our Coast Guard isn't part of the Navy or the military in that fact. It's just not part of the military, so it hasn't got that structure, it hasn't got that kind of money pumped into it. I wish it did, when you think about it, we're an island, we've got we've got a border which is the ocean, all right, and they need to be patrolled. We've got the Royal Navy doing that anyway, but it would be good to see, a Coast Guard equivalent in our country as good as this. I mean, arguably that's on par with our Royal Navy, all right? And it's a very similar time frame for recruit training as well. So, yeah, they're very, very similar, and it's really good to see. I've enjoyed this so far, guys. I'm not going to lie.
For 53 days, these men and women have been challenged, pushed, tested, and they passed. Now it's their moment to present themselves with a real swagger, a genuine and proud feeling of accomplishment.
I'm a steamroller, baby. Just rolling down the line. Just rolling down the line. Let Cape May know. From the east to the west. From the east to the west. Tango Company is the best.
This year, the training center is poised to graduate 3,500 recruits.
3,500. That's a lot. That's like close to the numbers of the Royal Marines, all right?
Their days in Cape May are just the beginning of their journey. And as this company moves on to their active duty assignments across the United States, a new group will follow right behind.
I'm with Dit Commando, Station Oak Island, North Carolina.
Those are the graduates of Tango 194.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, and guys, I think we're going to leave it there. Let's have a chat about this one. So, we haven't really got an equivalent in the United Kingdom, all right? From my experience being a Marine myself, the only thing I could match this close to is the actual Royal Navy, all right, where they do coastal protection anywhere. We have got a Coast Guard, but they don't do anything like this, all right, anything like this. So it's really impressive to see. And They say they're the greatest Coast Guard in the in the world, and I have to agree with them from what I've seen on that. Until I see a different video of somewhere else doing what these guys do, I agree they're probably the best Coast Guard I've seen. So I really enjoyed that one, guys. And if you did too, smash the like button, support me, a former Royal Marine. Let's get that subscriber count up, guys. Okay, because I'm going to be doing this every single day. But it's nice to see loads more views from America and Canada coming in as well on the video. So, yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it, guys. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Smash the like and subscribe. But until next time, I'll see you again. Peace out, troops. Bye-bye.